Hey yo, what it do YouTube? What I got for you today happens to be a glitched Jaylen Brown build within NBA 2K22 Next Gen. But before we get into me showing you how to make that build, I'm gonna quickly show you how to set up this here shooting guard glitch. Now, as you can see, first things first, we select shooting guard. It doesn't matter what hand or jersey number we select, but we do gotta go with the 6'3" height, 220 pounds on the weight, 7 foot when it comes to the wingspan and body shape burly. Now, max out all the attributes as you would on every other glitch build. Quickly go through to the takeovers where you can select whatever you want, and then proceed to the final screen where you get shades of. Now here you do have to make sure to select edit build rather than start my career or test build, because we are going to back out of this, go all the way back out to the main menu where we're going to go to the settings and change the measurements to metric, i.e. meters and kilograms. Now from here we go straight back to the build we were working on, press triangle to edit build, and then we just proceed on to the next screen of measurements where we do have to go with the height of 2.05 meters, as well as a weight of 85 kilograms and a wingspan of 2.31 meters. Now, body shape here, you really don't need to mess with it. However, you do got to do the same process of maxing out the attributes. I chose a different way of doing it here just because I wanted to be special. Then you do select whatever takeovers. Proceed to this screen again, where again you do have to select edit build. Now, as you can guess, we select edit build, we back all the way out back to the main home screen where we go to the settings, and again we change the measurements to empirical this time, i.e. feet and inches and pounds. If you're American, that shit just sounds normal to you. But yeah, proceed to edit the build we already were editing before. Go back to the measurements. Here we then change it to 6'7" with 188 pounds and a wingspan of 7'4". Again, we max out all the attributes, just trying to get through to the next screen of selecting our takeovers because it doesn't matter. We go past the takeovers again because selecting these doesn't matter either. Proceed to this screen where we do have to again select edit build because we aren't done yet. So then we back on out all the way back to the main menu, as you can guess. And again, now we have to click settings and change the measurements to metric. Now, once they've been selected as metric, we go back to the build we were messing with, which is taking me quite a bit of time. Select edit build with triangle, and here again, we proceed past the first screen of basics, and then we, measurements wise, we go with a 2.05 meter height, an 85 kilogram weight, and of course, a 2.29 meters when it comes to the wingspan. Now, we quickly just max out the attributes as quick as we can because again, these don't really matter like that. And then we proceed on to the final screen. And again, you have to select edit build and go back. It's kind of funny whilst doing this glitch that you really realize 2K gives you shades of people, even with some of the worst builds out there. But hey, it is what it is. Settings, and then finally we set it back to Imperial for the last time. And now you should have set up the glitched shooting guard build that you will then see me use within the rest of this video to make the Jaylen Brown build. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that and it was informative enough. But yeah, I'll catch you in 2 seconds when I show you how to make this here Jaylen Brown build. Hey yo, what it do YouTube? It's your boy Alvin MB10, aka AMR10, and as you can tell, what I got for you today happens to be a glitched Jaylen Brown build within NBA 2K22 Next Gen. More importantly, this is a glitched 6'6" shooting guard build within NBA 2K22 Next Gen, and quite honestly, I am quite proud of how this build turned out. Now, as most of you know, Jaylen Brown is the starting shooting guard for the Boston Celtics right-handed jersey number 7. Height-wise, he does come in at about 6'6", weighs about 203 pounds, but we decided to keep him at 180. And wingspan-wise, we decided to drop it down to 6'5" because that is the glitch part of this build, as well as him having a defined body shape. Now, before we get into this here skill breakdown, I do gotta say a big old shout out to all of you for all the support you've shown to the channel. Luckily, we've just crossed over 877 subs, I think, so thank you. But I do gotta say, if you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, do me a favor, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below, because as most of you know, we're trying to get to 900 subscribers, and that's not possible without all of you. And if you have a comment on the specific build you want to see me make on the channel, then do me a favor, go ahead and drop that comment down below. If you have a comment on how I could improve this build, do me a favor, go ahead and drop that as well. And if you like today's video and you want to see more NBA 2K22 Next Gen content like this, then do me a favor, go ahead and drop a like on the video. Now, getting straight into the build, first things first, we gotta get the physicals out of the way. I decided to go with an 85 speed and an 85 excel, mainly because Jaylen Brown is not one of the fastest two guards up and down the floor, and he's not meant to be one of the fastest. However, vertically, I decided to give him a 75 because he is vertically gifted. He's not one of the uber athletic guys out there, but Jaylen Brown can really get up there. So we decided to go to 75 when it comes to the vertical, and then 95 when it comes to stamina. This vertical attribute of a 75 also plays a part because I wanted to get pro contact dunks. Now, driving dunk-wise, we only went with a 90, not a 92, because I really didn't care to get elite contact dunks, mainly because they are great, but they're not worth all the hassle that people say they are, just because they really do burn a lot of points. So I decided to go to 90 driving dunk, mainly because we can get all forms of athletic dunk packages, as well as the fact that we can get pro contact dunks with this build. Now, when it came to the driving layup, I decided to go with an 86, mainly because I wanted to be able to get gold giant slayer, because Jaylen Brown is known as being a really good finisher when he gets to the cup, so we got to pay a little bit of respect to his game that way. Then on the close shot, we decided to go to 66 because, yeah, trust me, you want to be able of getting that silver fast twitch. Now, shooting-wise, I decided to bless this man up with quite a decent jump shot by firstly giving him an 89 when it came to the mid-range jump shot, allowing him to get gold and Hall of Fame on all badges affected by his mid-range gameplay. And then when it came to the 3-ball, I decided to give him an 88, mainly because I wanted him to have the ability of getting 31 total badge points. Now, free throw-wise, we decided to go to 75, mainly because you don't really need that high of a free throw to make free throws in the rec, and low-key, yeah, a 75 is high enough that you should be able to knock down at least 95% of the free throws you do take. Now, as you can see, that gives us a total of 31 shooting badges, key ones being Hall of Fame fade ace, set shooter, slippery off ball, sniper, lucky number 7, corner specialist, clutch shooter, and volume shooter, which I personally believe basically suits Jaylen Brown's game. Now, playmaking-wise, I decided to go with an 85 when it came to the ball handle, just because you do want the ability to get as many dribble packages as you can. We maxed out with the speed with ball at an 84 because, yeah, as I said, watching these 2K tutorial videos helped me recognize that you do need to have the speed with ball, XL, and speed all need to be within the same range. And then when it came to the pass accuracy, I decided to go with a 77, mainly because I wanted the ability of getting 26 total playmaking badge points. Now, defensively, I decided to switch things up a little bit. Obviously, first things first, you got to get gold clamps, so we did decide to go with an 86 when it came to the perimeter defense. When it came to the block, we decided to go with a 65 because, again, we do want Silver Intimidator at the bare minimum on all the builds we can get it on. And then when it came to a steal, we decided to go with a 79, mainly because we wanted the ability of getting gold interceptor, as well as the fact that anything below a 79 takes us off 17 total defensive badge points. Now, obviously, if you wanted to switch things up, you could take one off the perimeter defense, slap 3 onto the steal, but that's up to you. And another thing you could do is take one off the dribble, off the ball handle, and move that onto the pass accuracy for +2, but that, again, that's up to you. I just kept it here because I wanted you to have the ability of getting all types of dribble packages. Now, in total, what we finished with is 22 finishing, 31 shooting, 26 playmaking, and 17 defensive badge points, which gives us a grand total of 43, 74, 96 total badge points on this here Jaylen Brown build. Now, takeover-wise, the ones you see here are the ones I elected to go with. First one being ankle-breaking shots, because if you watch the man play, you realize a lot of his dribble pull-ups are kind of nice. And then the second one is negative impact, because throughout these playoffs, even though he shoots quite terribly in some games, I have noticed that Jaylen Brown, when contested, knocks down quite a few shots. So yeah. Now, what 2K says we have happened to build here happens to be a two-way scoring machine, the likes of Norman Powell, Desmond Bane, and Bradley Beal. Technically speaking, I can see it for maybe 1 or 2 people on that list, but not all 3. But I do believe Jaylen Brown does technically classify as a two-way scoring machine, just because he can lock up on one side of the ball, and we do know he is a scoring threat on the other. Okay, now when it comes up to the badge layout for this here build, the first things I got to do is mess with the finishing side of it. So I decided to go with Silver Acrobat, Gold Giant Slayer, which is one of the things I was mainly aiming to get in the last. And then I also decided to go, as you can guess, Gold Posterizer, Gold Limitless Takeoff, and Silver Fearless Finisher. This is because all these badges here allow you to finish through contact the best. So I decided to go with these, except for Limitless Takeoff, which just generally allows you to take off the furthest, which is clutch when it comes to playing this game. Now, with the last 2 badge points, obviously do have to go Bronze Mouse in the House and Bronze Unstrippable, mainly because it looks like Steel's making a comeback. Plus, you need to have a Mouse in the House because sometimes you do get matched up against these miniature guards. Now, the key thing here is you do get to rebirth this build, and with the rebirth badge points, I would personally add them on either finishing or playmaking, just because those are the 2 I feel like you need a little bit more. Now, shooting-wise, you always got to go with the original layout, which is max out your blinders, max out your hot zone hunter, sniper, and then you also got to max out, hold on. Yeah, those are the three I'd max out with to start with, and then from there it goes down to personal preference. I personally would grab Silver Deadeye because it is really clutch in this game. Gold Catch Gold Catch and Shoot because I won't be running Corner Specialist on this build. And then with the next few attribute points, I would personally lay them out in a way of Silver Difficult Shots because that is a badge which I believe to personally be clutch because I do use it quite a bit. Maybe something along the lines of Gold Fade Ace because if you do catch yourself against, again, a miniature guard, you can use it to help you in a really, really special way. And then with the last few points, I would go on Stop and Pop just because, again, Jaylen Brown is known for shooting off the dribble. You have seen it a lot in these playoffs. Now, playmaking wise, this is where you will be lacking a few badge points. So firstly, you got to go with Gold Hyperdrive, Gold Quick Chain, as well as Gold Quick First Step, Silver Unpluckable, and of course, I would go Gold Tight Handles. Now, this leaves us with 6 badge points, which I personally would use for passing attributes, i.e. I would firstly go with Needle Threader and then Bullet Passer. But as you can see, that limits us from getting handles for days, which again, if you do manage to rebirth this build, I would probably slap on at least 2 badge points on this side of the ball. That way you can at least get silver handles for days, because the truth of it is you aren't handling the ball all the time, but with how much you'll be using it on the scoring side, you might need it. Now, defensively, you always got to go with the same badge layout, which is Clamps, Interceptor. I would run Gold Off-Ball Pest just because you really will be playing off the ball quite a lot. And then I would also run Silver Intimidator. And then with the last few points, you can obviously choose how you want to lay it out. But I would personally put on a little bit of Hustler just because, yeah, Hustler is one of the key badges out here. But as you can see, this is how I personally would run the badge layout. Maybe tweak it a little bit when it comes to a few things, but this is how I would run it originally to make it a Jaylen Brown build, and hopefully you guys enjoy it. Don't forget, if you like today's video and you want to see more content like this, do me a favor, go and drop a like on the video. And if you're new to the channel and you ain't done so yet, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. And also, drop a comment down below telling me whether you want to see more of these videos, including the badge distribution. Because, yeah, I'm new to this. But, yeah, it's been your boy Alvin MB10, a.k.a. AMR10. I'll catch you in a bit. Deuces.